Then comes why do we need to choose a reference manager? It's so that you can collect the citations as well as the full text articles. Now, what does it mean? Whenever you want to cite in your research paper or in your thesis or manuscript, you can collect all this information in one place. You can also have the full text articles. That means instead of storing them on your different folders in PC, you can store them within your library as part of the reference manager as well. You can read, annotate, cite from one place. So what typically this means is we all have a habit of downloading a particular research paper, taking a printout, marking them, the ones which are relevant. For example, if I find some statistical analysis or I want to quote some paper which I found it to be very useful, I would have some sheet of paper, or I would scribble down somewhere, or have my own notes, or a write on the same, rather than doing all of this and searching for information. Because typically what happens in a research, it is something which takes 6 months to a year for a research to be completed, or even more for that matter. So I may not recollect what I read 6 months ago or a year ago, but I want to cite them as part of my research paper. So how do I use that? So I can always annotate them. Within the reference manager, it has got this option by which you can highlight a particular text. You can have your own comments as well from within there. So all this information makes it much easier for a scholar. You can also share references with the co-authors. So for example, if two of us are working on a particular research, so rather than me doing everything and another person also duplicating it, one of us can always do the work and share it with the other, or both can do in portions, and then that could be merged together. All these options can be used with respect to the citations and the references. You can also access the research across from multiple devices. As I said, now we are talking about interoperability between multiple systems, multiple operating systems. I can do it from anywhere. I can do it from home, or when I'm in my university, I can always access them. Edit the reference style for publishing in various journals and conferences. So whenever we are submitting our research paper or our manuscript to the journals, you must always refer to the guide for authors. That gives you the complete listing of the information of what is acceptable by a particular journal, the format what it expects, and you must format your manuscript exactly based upon the same way. Similarly, if you're having your thesis or your research proposal that you want to submit to your university, they have a specified format that has to be exactly met with. And similarly for the conferences, when you participate and present them in a conference, you need to meet with those standard guidelines of what referencing style to be used in for. I will be demonstrating some of them when I come into the actual workability for it. You can also share the annotations with the collaborators or the wider field. You can store all of them in one place, and all this is available free. You do not have to pay whenever you want to use the Mendeley as a reference manager. There are other reference managers which are available, for example, either paid, subscription based, or free of cost. There are many of them available, but the key advantage with Mendeley would be something which is from a known publisher, which is an established publisher elsewhere, rather than using any freeware for that matter. And it is for academic writing, which is available